is Samantha Bertani, and I'm going to be doing my presentation on Rene Descartes. He was born in 1596 and died in 1650 of pneumonia. He had many different roles, including a mathematician, philosopher, scientist, as well as a soldier. So the following slides will discuss some of the most predominant theories presented by Descartes, the first of which is his innate ideas. Descartes felt as though we are imperfect beings, yet we are still given perfect ideas that are innate in us, so they must be divine or God-given. He also believed that sensory information must be clear as well as distinct in order to be accepted as correct. That and being a rational process are the ideal methods of acquiring information. This is accompanied by the use of intuition, introspection, and deduction. In other words, coming upon ideas with the use of introspection and deducing additional ideas. Another theory of Descartes is the integration of both algebra and geometry. He came upon this idea while meditating in the morning and noticing a fly in the room, whom he could at any location use 3 points to describe the single location. These points are known as X, Y, and Z. Because of this idea, he realized that all physical phenomena could be explained in mathematical terms. The next idea is reflex theory. This idea first came to Descartes when he visited some mechanical statue attraction. This sight later helped Descartes realize that there is a mechanical explanation for behaviors as well, that this principle could be applied to humans as well as animals. The idea of his was accompanied by the belief that nerves were hollow tubes carrying animal spirits through the body and brain, allowing this influence on behavior through a stimulus-response interaction. Although some aspects of his idea were incorrect, hollow tubes, they were later adjusted in Cartesian theory. Furthering the idea of stimulus-response interactions between the mind and the body, we can look at Descartes' belief in the mind-body interaction. Descartes believed in dualism, which means that the mind, non-physical, and the body, physical, are separate entities, yet they interact with each other. This led him to want to find a localization for where this interaction occurred. He was in search of an area in the brain that was whole or one and that nothing but humans obtained. He believed this was the pineal gland, which was later found to be incorrect. An additional concept that goes along with mind-body interaction is Descartes' explanation of passions or emotions. Descartes believed that strength of the passion dictated whether or not the brain would override an irrational reaction or behavior. The stronger the emotion, on the other hand, would lead to the body acting irrational or with a lack of rational intervention from the brain. So here we have Descartes' contributions to psychology as a whole. They're listed here, even though many were discussed in the previous slides, but this slide allows us to see it in the direct connection to psychology now. The first is the stimulus response and its connection to behaviorist psychology. The second is how the brain was seen as a mediator of behavior. The third is how his innate ideas led to empiricism and sensationalism. Sorry. The fourth is how his ideas that animal bodies can be used to teach us about the functions of humans as well led to physiological and comparative psychology. His belief in introspection and subjective experiences led us to the scientific study of the conscious. His internal conflicts, interests could be mirrored and seen in the studies and beliefs of Sigmund Freud. And overall, Descartes has contributed so greatly that he has been called the father of modern philosophy in general and psychology specifically.